Welcome y'all to the summer foursome at Go Dust West. Let's get right into it. All right, y'all. So game one for the doubles, we started out with the physics blackout. Now, my physics blackout is pinned down, so it gets that early rotation. You see, I picked up that nice spin right there. In practice, I was really feeling this ball. I had a good line. I don't know what happened as I came out here in these first few shots here. But we cleaned up the spare, and it's time to move along. After figuring a few things out, I finally get my first strike on the board, and it looks pretty good. Side note, my bad, I'm playing with these angles. Sometimes I block the camera, that's on me. But you can clearly see this double right here. And my next shot, I got a tad bit high. Left for 4 pin. Now this next shot, I'm telling you, started a whole lot of problems. This great shot here, left a 10 pin, cool. It's not the fact that I left the 10 pin, it's the fact that I could not pick this motherfucker up today. I'm sorry. And side note, shout out to my Uncle George who left a godly amount of 10 pins. I'm gonna tell y'all at the end. Another pretty good shot here, but leaves me the 7 pin, which is unfortunate, but you know what we gotta do. We gotta pick that motherfucker up. Then I completely missed my mark here, throwing a horrible Brooklyn and leaving a 5 pin. And yes, all my family hands were up. I go on to pick up this 5 pin. This is a problem I have sometimes. Again, I completely missed my mark and damn near Brooklyn on this shot. But to only leave the 6 pin, I can't complain. Now, with me missing a lot of 10 pins today, I was kind of nervous on picking this spare up. So this concludes a game one. And to be honest, this could have been way better, but to end out with a 191, not too bad. Now in game two, I was still in the physics blackout, but I was like kind of not really mad at the balls, more mad at myself in that first game. So I was still giving this ball a chance. And with another complete miss here, I was losing faith in myself throwing this ball. But I pick up the spare and continue to move on. This is where I sometimes have trouble is I find myself missing my mark way too often, so it's hard to judge the ball on its reaction. And I'm leaving makeable spares, so I'm not too upset, but I am losing pins frame after frame. Then I complete shots like this where it's pure, it's where it's supposed to be, and it flushes in the pocket. After throwing a shot like that, I can't blame the ball. I have to blame myself when I have bad shots, such as this one where it gets a little high, leaving me the 610 spare for me to pick up. And I do it fairly easily. Back on the right lane, I put the ball exactly where I want it to, and I get the result I want. It's me right now. It's really me. And that's exactly what that clap is for. The clap is kind of frustration into myself. And my next shot here is a 8 pin. I go on to pick up this 8 pin. Shout out to the family in the back talking. And it's time to move on to change this ball because I'm not getting the reaction I want. And as you can see, I pick up my Venom recoil here and get a nice, beautiful shot. So that leads on to the next frame, which I have very confidence in this shot. I hit the pocket and it's beautiful. That's my first double since frame 2 in game 1. So I was fairly confident. And this one, that was my fault. And once again, I pick up this 610 spare. So that takes us to the end of game 2. And I finished with a 207. Even with that flux ball reaction and ball placement, I still finished with 207, which is not bad. Game 3 is where I was really trying to lock in for my teammate, get us into a good placement. Did not start off well with the little baby split. A pin did fall, and I told him that I need to come back up, but I still pick up the spare. The reaction I'm getting from the recoil is not bad right now. I just have to keep putting it where I'm supposed to go. And I feel like this ball, I'm releasing this ball way better than I was out of my blackout. So that's another good strike there and another good shot here, but I leave a 10 pin. I really wanted that double. Unfortunately, could not get it. And back to what I said before, my 10 pin shooting was horrible today, but I got that one. Didn't think I would. And just another of many off the mark shots here. It just, have to stop doing this. I got to get back into the lab and keep working. And the cherry on top, this one gets stuck on my thumb for some reason, and I completely hook it. Didn't get nothing. All that frustration leads to another bad shot here, going really, really high over the face of the head pin, but to leave with this spare is not too bad. And with my subpar spare shooting today, I'm pretty happy I got this one. Now, this next shot here, I was focusing on it, trying to make sure it was a really good one. It did come up a little light here, but we were able to get 10 back. After getting that shot, this one had to be laced, and it was, but I left it 10. And like I said earlier, this was a rough day for 10 pins for the whole alley, and for me to just miss the majority of them was really, really bad for my score. On this left lane, I had it dialed in. I had the shot, the mark, everything dialed in, and I laced another one here. Now, around this time, I was joking with my Uncle George. We could not get a double to save our lives. Even here on a bad shot, I couldn't even get luck to get me a double. That's why you see me just with a smile on my face after a bad shot, because it just wasn't happening. But I did pick up that spare. After being so confident on this left lane, got a little bit of a bad shot here, but was able to leave a nice spare makeable, which I definitely picked up. Yep, definitely. So that ends our doubles and my game 3 with a 171, which is tough. But if you notice there, I threw my 900 global. I was really liking that reaction at the end. So we did take 7th in doubles, which I'm happy about, but I did leave a lot of pins on that game 3. So I'm ready to come out rocking this game 4, which is game 1 of singles, and I do. Switching to the 900 global gave me a little something with more back end and also something I could release. So that was a great double, got a monkey off my back. And shout out to my girl Frida. I didn't finish my single doubles off well with her game 3, but I got the first 3 in the singles, and I'm really happy. Now I got confidence. Now rocking and rolling. This shot was laced for 4-bagger. Another beautiful shot here for the 5th frame, and I put it 10 back. Now it's just consistency. Now it's just don't overthink it. Don't think about anything else but the next shot. And that's all I did here, and laced another one. And I'm sorry, y'all, I forgot, even while recording this. I got a 9 spare on the first frame, and I forgot about it. So this is not 5 in a row. This is 5 after a spare. But I did lace another one. No, I did lace another one. So my official score was 9 spare, then the next 7. This is our 9th frame, which I got a little outside here, but left a makeable spare, which we converted beautifully. And I'm so happy I made that switch to 900 global. And I talked to my Uncle George, who's basically my coach, and it gave us a great start into our first game of singles. But unfortunately, he's on the lane next to me, shooting just as good as I am. And so I finished this game 1 out with a 245, but he had to shoot 247. So even with that great game, I only come in 2nd in the scratch handicap high game pot with 245, but that's good. And I start the game 2 out with a 10 pin, and unfortunately this weekend, this pin was my arch enemy, which it hasn't been nearly in the last couple weeks. So this was really random for me, and I have to get back into the lab on this. But I don't let that missed 10 pin stop me and slow me down. Another one, 10 back. And we continue on again with another one laced. Now I'm in a groove. Now I'm in a good mode. And it leads to things like this sometimes. This is where the consistency comes from, and I leave the baby split. I have such a great potential, and things like this I really need to work on. I've said it in one video, and I'll say it again. It's small things like that. Yes, I have a missed spare, baby split here and there, but it's me having consecutive strikes and then not completing them, not finishing them off. Another good shot here. A lot of my games, I get to the 4, 5, 6 in a row, and then that 7th one is damn near guaranteed to miss because I'm too comfortable. But that's a nice, good double right here, leading to the 3rd shot needing to be pure. I've had multiple times in multiple tournaments, as it was, where I get 2, can get 3rd, get 2, can get the 3rd. and it really hinders my score when trying to be top in these tournaments and win these bracket finals and take down these 230 average bowlers. This is what I need to work on. This is why I'm putting it out here. You guys got to hold me to it. And right on cue, another bad shot leaves me the bucket. My Uncle George, I don't know if he was just telling me to be nice, but he told me this is one of the hardest spares to pick up as I go on and miss. So I only finished with 196 game 2, which is not too bad. I mean, having a 245 into a 196 can't be too bad, but let's get right for this next game. Now, because I was leaving the 10 pin, I made a small switch here to my Zero Mercy, and I was giving it a try on the first couple of shots. My Uncle George was asking me why, but I just wanted to see something. It left me a makeable, which I got, and then it left me another makeable, and I pick it up here, but I wasn't really liking the ball reaction. I tried to get a little something extra. It didn't work, so I went back to my 900 global and laced it. After that lace, I was a little disappointed of me missing the first opportunity on the first 2 frames with this ball, but it is what it is. You've got to turn back around and lace another one. And yes, that wasn't really aced, but 10 back, it looked the same on the board. And with this one, it was bad. And we back to that goddamn bucket. And I think I picked it up this time. Nope, didn't. So with that open there, this next shot really needed to be a good one. Really needed to pick my spirit up with a nice shot here to finish off these singles. And it was. Nice little weight, nice little pressure taken off my back. And it led into this next shot being a great one as well. This is what I need right now. I told you before and I'll tell you again. It's been rough getting more than 2 on these lanes, and for me to leave that 10 pin here was just heartbreaking knowing I've had trouble picking it up. I did not pick it up and it was blocked off, so I had to cut that part, but we led to another strike here, and we are back with another one with this nice double here. And that double started our 10th frame, so we really need some good count here to kind of help us out in the standings. So this next shot here was pure right where I needed to be, and 10 back. So this next shot is going to finish our game 3 of singles. Nice, pretty good shot here. It was a little high, but we finished with a 211, not too bad, coming out 5th place in singles. And also, I just want to shout out the Strikes a Lot family, man. They all came out, showed up well, placed well together, and we'll be back out here in the National Bowling Stadium. Let's get it. Appreciate y'all for watching.
Every day hustle like William, I'm charging the chicken just for the verse, yeah. I get in that kitchen, I cook, go to work, I go berserk.